Alright, we're back. So today we're gonna make the sauce for the gnocchis we prepared before. It's very simple to make actually. We're gonna make a puree to start with the sun-dried tomato. We're gonna add some pine nuts, some Parmesan cheese, fresh of course, we're gonna grate. And we're also gonna add some oil, black pepper, and some garlic. Now for the rest of the sauce after that, we're gonna need the anchovies. We're gonna need the baby tomatoes, the onions, the mushroom, some white wine, and some fresh basil leaf. Also, don't forget a few capers inside. It's just gonna taste perfect. So anyway, I'm gonna assemble this. I'll see you in the kitchen. We're gonna build this sauce together. Catch you in a second. All right, we're back. So the first step to make our sauce is to take our tomatoes and the cheese, garlic, and we're gonna make a puree with it. I'm gonna show you how we do this. So first step, put your cheese inside, cut it in smaller pieces so it's not too hard on the robot. Then we're gonna add 4 cloves of garlic, and then we're gonna add some pine nuts. Pine nuts gives a lot of flavor. We use the same in pesto. I think it's delicious, it's a lot better. We're gonna crack a little bit of pepper on top here. And then we're gonna put our sun-dried tomato in the mixer as well. Mine are marinated in oil, but it's up to you pretty much. You can do it yourself or you can add the oil later. So we're gonna give it a blitz. Alright, now we're gonna check our puree here. It's a little bit, actually it's quite perfect. I'm gonna crack a little bit more pepper inside. There we go, for taste. I reckon a little bit more oil, just to make it more easy to work with. And then we're gonna blitz again. Let's see here. And here we go, let's go see what happened in here. Try it. Perfect taste. So that's the first step for to make our sauce. You can use a can of tomato and do the same process, but I reckon with sun-dried tomato it's a lot more flavor, a lot more delicious. It takes 1 second more to make. Opening a can is about the same time as doing this, so I recommend you do it with this. Don't forget to make sure there's enough oil inside so it makes a puree. And alright, so we're back today. We're making the sauce for the gnocchis. It's a sun-dried tomato, anchovy, capers sauce. Very, very easy, and it sticks well to the pasta as well. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start with putting some anchovy inside with some oil. There you go, anchovy oil. And we're gonna let it reduce a little bit. I'm gonna melt the anchovies. At the same time, I'm gonna cook my gnocchis. So there you go. Then we're gonna add in, when you see it's melting a little bit like this, we're gonna add the tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and some onion. There you go. We're gonna let everything cook a little bit. We want our tomatoes to melt down. We don't want them to be hard and peely. So there you go. The anchovy already melted, so now what we're gonna do is add a little bit of white wine. There you go. I'm gonna put my gnocchis in the water. Alright, so we're done here. We're gonna add our mushrooms. I love mushrooms, they're delicious in sauce. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. Add our capers, you can see here. There we go. Then I turned my tomatoes, my sun-dried tomatoes, into a puree. It's like a sun-dried tomato pesto basically. So put my cheese in it, put my garlic in it, and I put some pepper and some olive oil, and there you go. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Now it's a bit thick, so what we're gonna add is a little bit of chicken stock here. There you go. Make it more saucy for our taste. And I have a spatula here. There you go. It's gonna be a bit noisy. I gotta turn on the air con machine. There you go. So you see here we have a perfect sauce. Now we're gonna reduce the fire. Just to let it go a little bit. There we go. Let's not be too early. And we're waiting for gnocchis to come. So as soon as the gnocchis are ready, we're gonna drop them in, mix everything together, and we're gonna plate it. We'll be back for that operation in 1 second. All right, so our gnocchis are ready. What I'm gonna do is take them out of the water. We're gonna strain them. Then we're gonna put them straight into the sauce. It's gonna be awesome. There you go. There we go. So I'm gonna add a few leaves of basil, which is gonna give it a little bit more taste. We're gonna add some pepper. I do not add salt because there's already salt in the cheese. So I'm gonna keep that aside, and there you go. Just to mix a little bit more. Let's try this. Wow, that's fantastic. Traditional gnocchi from the north. So anyway, we're gonna plate this and I'll come back later and we'll talk more. Bye bye.